Let's check out the bathroom. It has sliding doors and a 2-inch hob. Not much room to move around in your wheelchair. We are in Italy. Wow. After an epic drive, I have just arrived at Lake Como. Now I'm going to go try to find my hotel. And according to booking.com, it's accessible. I've only been here for 10 minutes and the footpaths are not great. So I've arrived at the hotel and there's no reception. So I've got to punch a number into this key code thingy to get in the door. I can reach it, but if you're a quadriplegic or you can't lift your hand very high, you'll be sleeping in the garden. Oh, the door's open. Now, the door is not automatic. You need to fight the door to get in. Once inside, you'll find another pad next to the key boxes on the left. I found a key to a car. Do we get a car? You're in apartment number 1 on the ground floor. Well, we didn't have to go far for that. Wow. It has an oven, a dining table. Let's check out the bathroom. It has sliding doors and a 2-inch hob. Well, and there's no grab rails anywhere. So if you need to grab onto something, just clutch your pearls. The hand basin as well doesn't have any cutout, so you can't get your legs under to wash your hands. And the bedroom. Not much room to move around in your wheelchair. But the good thing about being a big bed though, is that you could just put a pillow here and then you could sleep that way. You could do that. But it has a kitchen. How wonderful is it when you're traveling and you actually get a coffee machine, a kettle. Oh my God, my favorite thing in the world. There's a washing machine. And guess what? I think it also has a dry cycle. Anyway, that's my apartment. I'm gonna have a nap. Hello. Hello. I'm messy. So far the footpaths in Lake Como aren't great. There's garbage bags everywhere, cobblestones. There's not a lot of curb cuts either. But the annoying thing as well is people park their cars on the footpath. So the only way to get round is literally to roll on the road and dodge oncoming cars. Yeah. Bit annoying. There's big fences off everywhere and garbage everywhere. It doesn't look very pleasant. And I'm about to see and experience Lake Como for the first time. To say it's beautiful is definitely an understatement. The lake is enormous with beautiful boats on it, houses in the background, gorgeous trees. It's absolutely amazing. And I need to do a piss. See if I can find a bathroom. So it turns out Lake Como doesn't have any accessible bathrooms or bathrooms available to the public. And you know what? When you gotta go, you gotta go. Finally, I made it to the water's edge. And wow, it's a rubbish pile. Plastic everywhere. The whole lake, all the rubbish is washing up into this one spot. Garbage bins are overflowing. It's really sad to come to a place like this that you think is supposed to be really beautiful, and then you get a ghetto entrance and a beach full of plastics. And it's sad to see these beautiful swans here swimming in it. Clearly Lake Como has a rubbish problem. There's literally bins overflowing everywhere, all along the streets. Oh my God, it stinks. Everything stinks. Can you imagine coming home or leaving your home and having this sitting out in front of your house? It smells so bad. All right, I woke up like 8 minutes ago and the boat leaves in 2 minutes. We're about to get a ferry and go up Lake Como. And we're going to a town. It's called Bellagio. Let's run! What time does it leave? 9:15. Thank you so much. So I've got the ticket. It's the circle ticket of all the towns that are closest to Lake Como City. And it only costs €5. The interesting thing is there's 2 checkout counters and a massive line of people wanting to get tickets. And there's no way to book them online, which is kind of funny. So get here early before your boat departs. Don't be like me and miss your first boat. Little baby, yeah, you are. It looks like I'm not the only one wanting to go on a boat this morning. Peak hour, and it's 9:03 a.m. Thank you. Yeehaw. Good morning. Thank you. There's a wheelchair accessible bathroom. I'm on the boat and the boarding experience is pretty good. There's a ramp they've got that comes out and another ramp just to make sure it's a smooth roll onto the boat. The good thing is once you're on the boat, you've got a heap of choices where you sit. You can either sit around here or around here. This boat here goes to all the towns that are close to Lake Como and it's a circuit boat and it takes 30 minutes to do the loop. So you can get on and off and visit all the towns close to Lake Como, all with complete ease. Woo! The first thing I noticed about this cute little town, there's no bags of rubbish piled up on the streets. Wow, what a setup. What time do we start filming?
In about 5 minutes.
Has makeup arrived?
No makeup.
Oh.
Just car. Just
Okay.
cars. Just electric cars.
These houses are hundreds and hundreds of years old, but some of them have even just got these ramps and you just lift it up and the ramp pops out, which allows wheelchair access into properties. It's kind of nice. It's more accessible than some places in Australia. Found this beautiful one. It's 4.9 million euro. It's on the water. I wonder if they will take a check. The hills are steep here. Only got another 224 kilometers to go. There's not enough room for the 2 of us. The streets are very narrow, so you've got to make sure that you get right over before the cars come through. Have a look at this. What goes up must come down. Whee! Who installs pebbles on a footpath? Clearly this council does not have a disability advisory committee. So I just found the local council chambers and there's 3 steps to get inside. I mean, that says a lot about the town really, doesn't it? So Google Maps wants me to go up these stairs and I can't, but I'm gonna go another way. But clearly the council doesn't want anyone going this way either. Let's see if they give me a ticket. Whee! Pardon. Pardon. Pasticceria Poletti. According to Google, it's got the blue wheelchair tick, which means that this business has listed themselves as a wheelchair accessible business. I'm curious to see if it actually is accessible. Let's go find out. I have arrived and it's accessible as long as you can levitate in the air and get over steps. Let's go explore this beautiful town. Here in Chernobyl, pretty much all the shops have a step to get in. which is such a shame because this one, for instance, behind me, only has such a small step, but it means that someone with a wheelchair can't go in there and spend money. It's such a missed opportunity. The neat thing is there's a wheelchair accessible car space right here in the middle of the town, so you can park here and roll through the beautiful streets and explore. Pardon. So this is the section for wheelchair users, and there are a couple of people standing here that just didn't want to get out of the way and move. No putting strange objects down the toilet. So I've just used the bathroom and the water's very rocky. So you need to have okay core strength to go to the bathroom. But this is the view out the window. So dunny visit with a view. Just gotten off the boat at Torno and it's currently midday, 12 noon, right on the dot. We are here for the next hour and 50 minutes before the next boat comes to take us to the next town. But so far this looks kind of accessible. So I'm gonna see if I can find a spot to have some lunch because I am famished. The laneways of Torno are so beautiful. They're narrow and they're very easy to roll over, surprisingly. The cool thing is there's these little arch tunnel lanes that go directly to the river. It's actually so peaceful and so calming. I feel like I'm back in Paris. There's a love lock fence here. So you put a lock on the fence to celebrate your love. These ones are really big locks. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can buy a really big padlock and put one on too. So I've sat down in this really cute cafe in Torno and I've got myself a Ferry Zero beer. I've just ordered myself some pizza. It was €9, which is like 15 Australian dollars. And I'm very excited. This place is very cute. There's little boats here pulled up at the dock and you can see all over Lake Como. It's quite a picturesque view. When they serve you pizza here, it's not cut, so it's just one big piece of pizza, or as they call it over here, pie. It's delicious. It's so fresh, handmade. Whee!
3, 2, 1.
Woo! I'm now in a place called Moltrasio. Grazie! I've just rolled up this hill. It's a very, very steep hill. I feel like I'm half a kilometre in the sky. The sound you can hear is a creek running from the mountains all the way down. But it's such a beautiful sound. You could just imagine staying here and waking up in the morning and hearing that water running. That was fun. All right, well, meet you down the bottom. Whee! Goodbye, Toronto. Make sure you get public bathrooms next time and something for tourists to do. What an epic day on and off the boat, and the boat is amazingly accessible. I am absolutely exhausted. I'm a little bit sweaty. I need a nap. I need some water. I'm gonna go have a rest. Buonasera. Good night. See you soon. Have a rest. Bye. It's absolutely no surprise that I love boats. I've just booked a boat that I'm going to be taking out on Lake Como, and I'm going to be cruising around the lake and checking out all the cool sights to see. Let's go see if we can find the boat. So here we are. The ramp down to the boat is actually accessible, which is really cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Do you want to catch my chair?
Right. Okay. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we're moving around Lake Como, heading out into the deep of the lake. It's definitely choppy and a little bit scary, to be honest with you. There's so many boats around. It's definitely not as calm and glassy as I visualize this experience to be. It's very bumpy, but hopefully it gets a bit smoother soon. It's pretty cool, hey? Yeah, it's unreal. So there's some pretty amazing houses along Lake Como, and all of them have steps to get in, but I found one house and it has a boat ramp where you pull up and a ramp to get inside the house. So whoever lives there, they must be in a wheelchair. How cool is that? So I've been exploring the lake now for about nearly an hour and a half, and it's so nice to drive around. But I think it's time to head back. So we'll take the boat back and see if I can dock this on my own. I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat! Go! Hold on! Hold on! I've made it back to shore. I haven't run into anything yet. But it was a really great experience. If you're a paraplegic and you can transfer okay, I definitely recommend you give it a go. The funny thing is that Disneyland Tokyo wouldn't let me go on any rides, but here at Lake Como, they'll just give me a boat to drive. Perfect.
Perfect, man.
Thank you.
How was it?
Perfect. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was very bumpy, but it was good. Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye. See you next time.
Enjoy this beautiful evening.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Grazie, Lake Como. What an amazing time it's been here exploring this beautiful city. The highlights have definitely been getting on the boat and just popping from town to town. Whee! And I'm blown away and surprised by the accessibility of the boat public transport here at Lake Como.
Thank you.
Grazie! But let's not forget the amazing boat ride on this beautiful lake, where me, a person with disability, got to rent and self-drive a boat and take it out on the lake. Go! Hold on! Hold on! But I know what you're wondering. How does Lake Como rate for accessibility? Well, for hotels, I rate Lake Como 2.5 out of 5 stars. There are not a lot of accessible accommodation here in Lake Como, and the one that I did book that's accessible had a step to get inside the shower. And there's no grab rails anywhere. At least you could see yourself in the mirror. For footpaths, I rate 2 out of 5 stars. The footpath is really great in some areas, but gets really bad real quick in others. Some areas do not have curb cuts and have big steps to get around. Arriving at some of the towns, all of a sudden the footpaths just finish, and all of a sudden you're met with a big steep set of stairs. For public bathrooms, I rate Lake Como a very strong 0 out of 5 stars. Public bathrooms in Lake Como are non-existent. There is the smell of wee everywhere. People literally go wherever they can. When you gotta go, and you gotta do what you gotta do. I rate shops and restaurants 2 out of 5 stars. Many of the shops are not accessible because they have a step to get in. Many of the restaurants have outdoor dining, but they do not have accessible bathrooms. Overall, I rate Lake Como 2.5 out of 5 stars for accessibility and getting around with a disability. If you're an active manual wheelchair user and you like to take on a challenge, then yes, come here. But for many people with disabilities, it'll be a very difficult destination and very difficult to get around. Thank you so much for joining me on my Lake Como adventure. And join me as together we wheel around the world.